That was insane.
Hawaii was radical.
What is happening? Are you kidding me?
It was one of those starts of the year that changed everything.
We started the season in Hawaii with a few truths. The first is that women's surfing is at a whole new level.
Parkland for the girls.
On the men's side of things, it was a moment where we really feel like it could be anybody's game this year.
The new school was ready to take down everybody in its path.
They are here, they want the world title, they believe they can win the world title.
The Hawaii leg was absolutely electric.
We're definitely not in Hawaii anymore. We've come over to Europe and Portugal. It's definitely raw. You get over here and you have the idea of perfection, but the reality of Europe is you're gonna get punished.
It's midwinter. They get absolutely hammered by storms out of the Atlantic.
It's cold, it's windy, it's dark, it's unpredictable.
It can be incredibly unforgiving, but the town itself is classic. Old world culture, rad little fishing village. When everything does line up, it can be amazing.
In the tube, he's traveling and he comes out.
It can be a heavy wave of consequence, and it could also be an air show.
Go for the air to lay down the alley-oop. You've got to be amazing in the barrel, be really good in the air as well. But you've also got to have to roll up the sleeves and just get it done.
These are must-win heats in Portugal if you want to make the cut.
Welcome to WSL's Inside Pro Surfing, the MEO Rip Curl Pro Portugal. Surfing's biggest stars have gathered in Portugal for the third stop on the championship tour. Hawaiian John Florence is a former world champion and current rankings leader. For Florence, Peniche will always be a special part of his story.
It's got to be one of your favorite places on earth.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be back here. I have a lot of good memories from here. Obviously, winning my first world title here was really exciting for me.
And we will count down with 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, destiny has been put in place. John Florence is your world champion for 2016, and it's happened right here in Portugal.
For that event, I didn't know I could win it here until someone had told me in an interview here in this room. And so it's funny being back here and being kind of in that environment again.
How many times have we seen him with a big start? He's wearing yellow and then it disappears, or he's right in the mix and he gets hurt again. It's heartbreaking to even think about.
John's hurt himself here, I think.
John in his career has missed 24 championship tour events because of injuries. He's got to stay injury-free if he wants to run at a third world title.
What do you want to achieve this year to win again the world title? Is that on your mind, of course?
I want to win.
And I feel like he's planning on having a massive year. I know he's bringing Ross Williams on the tour with him for every single event this year, which he hasn't done in a long time.
I think it would mean a lot. I'm guessing it would be his favorite world title, just because, you know, he's getting older and all the surfers keep getting better and better. It's been a few years since he's won, you know, so there's always those challenges you need to overcome mentally to get back into the winner's circle.
If I were to win another world title at this stage of my career, it will definitely be different. I just feel like I have a little bit of unfinished business.
Bon dia and good morning. Starting off with a banger, John Florence.
Taking on Cade Matson. Cade, a rookie on tour.
It's gonna be hard, but I know. Like, I haven't seen much going on really. I'm ready, but it's a 6 game.
Cade coming in, feeling the pressure. Didn't have a great start over in Hawaii.
Cade is looking for a big result because he could be facing elimination at the mid-season cut.
I feel like I'm a pretty confident person, so I feel like no matter who I go up against, I'll have that belief that I can beat them. Guys like John, Gabriel, I just look up to all those guys, so it's going to be really cool to be able to compete against them.
John Florence, #1 in the world. First time he's won the yellow jersey since 2021. It's a David and Goliath type heat. John will sneak under the hood to get the first wave of the morning. He travels through and gets the exit.
The yellow jersey just kind of is, I feel like, a little bit of a nod to doing the right things and kind of being on a good program.
Here we go, Cade.
Cade pulling in, nice travel time. Madsen will get the exit. John's looking at the one behind him.
He's inspired, and he really wants to put like 100% into every single heat.
Cade's chasing a 9.34 for the lead.
Chasing John Joner, Aquaman, that's his power, right?
John Florence has proven that he is back. I don't know if he ever left, but if he did, he's absolutely back. Coming in with that yellow jersey, coming in with those memories, it's all about who is John right now, and he's dangerous.
Congratulations to John Florence, advancing to the round of 16.
Once I paddled out before the heat started, I kind of saw that there's some barrels. Yeah, that first time I just got really lucky. It was just such a nice little double up to it. So I was stoked to start the heat with that.
Molly putting her head down, grabs the rail of the pipeline, pulls up and under. She's still going and gets the exit.
Goodness.
Molly Picklum is the future. She's just that new breed of talent that is changing the game on the women's side.
This is history being made right now. So strong, so focused.
What a turn.
Doesn't matter what gets thrown at her. She's just like fortified steel.
Keep doing. It's going to be so fun. It's actually going to be crazy waves go down today. But I think I'm going to go biggest board I got and just into a couple of.
At only 21, rankings leader Molly Picklum is already making history.
Here we go, out the back.
Oh my gosh, no, don't do it. Don't.
Here we are in the semifinals. Molly Picklum putting her head down, grabs the rail of the pipeline, pulls up and under. She's still going and gets the exit.
Molly Picklum, your last score was a perfect 10.
Such a moment for women surfing. It honestly is bringing tears to my eyes. This is history being made right now. I don't think we've ever seen women surf to that caliber at Pipeline or Backdoor ever. Wave after wave, and as much as they both wanted to beat each other, they also wanted to empower each other to just keep going one better.
Molly Picklum, fresh off her 10-point ride, swinging again into the channel. Betty Lou Sakura Johnson now in position for a bomb.
Dropping in, pipeline barrel, pulls in, under the hook, spat out.
This is crazy. As little kids, we would have been dreaming of this, and to be fair, a lot of older women would have been dreaming of that for women surfing, and I'm so honoured to be taking that opportunity and taking the charge with Betty Lou and all these girls who are amazing surfers.
Molly Picklum is the future. Everyone's honestly making predictions on what she's going to achieve, how many records she'll break. She's just that new breed of talent that is changing the game on the women's side. She's 21, and she's dangerous at pipe, which is, we could sit on that topic for a while, but then you look at Sunset as well.
The Australian's momentum continued at stop 2 as she attacked the big open ocean walls of Sunset Beach.
What a turn.
People were calling it the most critical turn ever performed in a women's competition.
She has come into this year so strong, so focused. She has got this sort of unwavering mindset. Doesn't matter what gets thrown at her. She's just like fortified steel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back-to-back seasons. Your champion of the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach is Molly Picklum.
You're now in the yellow jersey. Yeah, baby!
I'm not sure we've ever seen anyone as confident as her. She really looks like she's reveling in the fact that the attention's on her.
Molly Picklum has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, she's not just here for a world title. She's not just here for an Olympic gold. She wants to push women's surfing to new heights.
We'll look back and realise how big this moment is and the push that we're doing right now, but so honoured and so grateful to have these girls in my life pushing me to see how good we can all get at surfing.
We're continuing to celebrate International Women's Day here in Portugal. Our first heat of the round of 16 for the women will feature Molly Picklum in yellow, taking on Gabriella Bryan.
Gabriella Bryan now has to take on world #1 Molly Picklum. It's total opposite scenario. Gabby's had some tough results, and Molly Picklum's been the one celebrated surfer on tour. Gabriella Bryan, when she lost early at Sunset specifically, I mean, if I could pick one event on the calendar for her to win, it's Sunset Beach.
Two-time semifinalists out here at Sunset Beach with power surfing just like that. Bryan just needs a mid-range score of a 4.78. Needs a little bit more. Oh, 3.67, not enough. She'll bow out of competition with an equal 9th.
She's really got to make more heats to be more comfortable before the mid-season cut.
I guess she's been just managing some injuries and bits and pieces that have been playing into her preparation. I don't know, I still feel really confident. I feel like she's surfing fantastic. I'm hoping she's going to turn it around.
Round of 16 for the women. Off the bottom, snapping off the top, Bryan. She'll get a section here. Really nicely done, uses the shoulders.
This is the technique that I love to see from Gabby, just the punch and the push of the tail.
Meanwhile, here we go. Molly Picklum, the answer back. Here's an opportunity for her. Let's see what she does with it. She'll put it up late with a quick drifty hip. Close to the midway point in this one. Well, here she goes. It is the yellow jersey of Picklum, and she's up on a rail. In the final 3 minutes of this heat. Now she'll use the priority here. Some white water on the face. Let's see what she can do with it. She'll swing her first turn. It's a touch sticky. This one will double up.
Tic-tacs down the line, punches that section, throws the fin. She will improve upon her scoreline with that ride.
In the yellow jersey, will bow out of competition.
I'm just really comfortable and, yeah, feeling good.
The high seeds struggled as world #2 Caitlin Simmers faced Luana Silva. Simmers was eliminated with a 9th place finish.
Lulu taking the win, moving on to the quarterfinals. Molly Picklum out as world #1 in this round.
The yellow jerseys that have been worn so far this season out of the event. Katie Simmers, Molly Picklum, they had all the momentum coming out of Pipeline and Sunset, your first 2 events. But then you get here to Portugal, and now Betty Lou, who has been consistently getting better and better with each event, getting more aggressive, now she's got a chance.
I just love her power. She's pretty sassy in the water, you know, and she's really fun to watch. She's aggressive, and I love that. She sees a big section, and she wants to tear it apart. She has an inspiring type of surfing.
Controlling some warble off the bottom was Betty Lou, and she made it count with a couple of big connections, Jesse. Fun-looking peak out in front of the open face. Coiling up and turning hard in the pocket now for the 2nd time. 2 great turns for Betty Lou. World #3, Betty Lou Sakura Johnson on fire today. It'll be her first quarterfinal appearance here in Peniche.
Event winner and world champion Gabriel Medina.
I think Medina might be one of the most dangerous guys because he can pull off something massive at any time.
I was so obsessed to win, you know, and beat everyone.
Medina with the biggest heart to never back down in a fight.
And I would get so angry when I lost and stuff. And nowadays, I think I have more balance, you know.
Getting the momentum, he knows that he's going to be unstoppable.
Big whip, perfect landing for Medina.
3-time world champion Gabriel Medina is one of the most relentless competitors on tour. But the Brazilian's evolution as a contender is undeniable.
When I get in on tour, I think my motivation was just try to be the best guys in the world, you know.
I think Medina might be one of the most dangerous guys because he can pull off something massive at any time.
I was so obsessed to win, you know, and beat everyone.
Medina with the biggest heart to never back down in a fight.
This guy is a competitive machine.
What is going on? This might be one of the cleverest tactical maneuvers we have ever seen in the history of the sport.
I'll do anything to win this contest.
And he was almost like the villain. And I don't know whether he embraced that or he just flourished in that situation.
And I would get so angry when I lost and stuff.
Drama here with the biggest upset of the contest.
And nowadays, I think I have more balance, you know.
It is official. In the first ever Rip Curl WSL Finals, Gabriel Medina, now a 3-time world champion.
This year he looks a little different. He just looks relaxed.
Never let someone take your happiness away from you. That's the most valuable thing in the world. When you're happy, you can win in anything.
3 world titles. He's smiling, he's having fun, but you don't see the attack dog that we've seen in Medina in the past.
I think it's important to win. I'm so hungry to win, but it's good to understand every situation and try to learn the best of it. So your life doesn't go too intense, you know?
3, 2, 1.
How about that? The rookie defeating the veteran, former event winner and world champion Gabriel Medina.
Taking out one of the best at this event and on tour.
Medina has had a slow start to the 2024 season. The Brazilian is searching for a spark.
He had a really early loss at pipe.
It was a shocker for Gabriel with 8 waves, nothing over a 1.5.
Sunset, he had a couple of moments, but he just looked like he was out of rhythm.
Fortunately for him, going down in early stages,
This, I'm sure, will fire him up.
I don't believe the competitiveness is gone. It's just hard if you're just going to continually compete and smash it out. It's been over a decade, you know, like, it needs to be sort of an inspiration of art. We're trying to find that balance, and I believe we will this season.
Over the years, Medina has had his fair share of rivalries. However, Australian Jack Robinson has become the Brazilian's most formidable opponent.
This is as good as it gets. Jack versus Gabe for the last spot in the WSL Final 5. Jack Robinson lunges into the pocket. He's got some speed to guide him towards the exit. And Jack Robinson is officially the champion of the Shiseido Tahiti Pro. And we will see you at the Rip Curl WSL Finals. Oh gosh, when Medina lost the final in Tahiti to Jack, there's so much in that. You know, there was a chance for him to fight for a 4th world title. For him, that's a throwaway year. All that hard work to get there, if he's not winning a world title, that's not good enough.
Hopefully we just have insane battles forever. I feel like we're only really just getting started. I'm young, he's still young. We've got a lot more left to show.
So he's back on tour with a little bit of something to prove. We've got a new heat in the water. Gabriel Medina taking on Jack Robinson. Jack Robinson, Gabriel Medina. You love that matchup anywhere.
We see Jack up and riding right here.
Jack throwing the tail, a nice cool spin. Now drives off the bottom, lays into it with the fin throw, but he can't hang on.
Let's have a look at Gabriel here.
Air reverse, straight into a nice carving, and that's the way you want to start off a heat.
Big ramp setting up, big whip, perfect landing for Medina. Back to the top for another hack. And now looking for a 3rd move, down carve slice, and how about that? That was unbelievable.
He's looking scary.
Very well served by Gabriel Medina. I think he's getting the momentum. He knows that he's going to be unstoppable.
For him to do that against Jack, to kind of suck the air out of the momentum of world number 2, Jack Robinson, that was huge.
Bit of a masterclass again out here in absolutely deadly form through to quarterfinals.
It's needed to reignite that, hey. It's good to see. It's entertaining, eh? It's all entertainment, isn't it?
It really looks like someone awoke a slumbering beast in Gabriel Medina this event.
Yeah, Carl. No, I'm even blind surf that good. I know, it's so sick.
As the round of 16 continues, Italian Leo Fioravanti finds himself up against the ropes.
Kanoa Garashi.
Let's have a look at him, doing some decent work here.
That was enough to take the lead off of Leo Fioravanti, guys.
I mean, that's beautiful surfing.
Priority with Leo, who needs to find a bit of quality. It's not a big number for him. 6.5. That
Time call now. 1 minute remaining.
All right, here's the reply. Here goes Leo Fioravanti in the tube. He's traveling and he comes out. Fioravanti is absolutely delighted. He disappeared from view. The late takeoff straight into the tube, knifes it in to get one over your good buddy in the final minute of a heat. Leonardo Fioravanti is going to finals day here in Portugal.
The round wraps up with rankings leader John Florence eliminated from competition.
Jake beat John. He was really smart, outsurfed him by getting the best waves and getting that extra turn with a lot of finesse and control, sending world #1 out of the event.
And a great job done by Jake Marshall. Something of an upset, getting one over John Florence.
New continent, new story for women's surfing. The yellow jerseys that have been worn so far this season out of the event.
We've mentioned how tough it has been down the years for surfers in yellow here.
You have this old guard versus new guard. Who is going to get the better of this matchup?
Numbers starting to drop in now. There's one coming under the requirement.
For American Lakey Peterson, a close relationship with her shaper, Britt Merrick, has led to years of success.
Okay.
All right. Let's look at this thing.
Portugal blade.
Portugal blade.
Obviously, it's CI Pro.
CI Pro. This last year, I've increased the flip off the tail behind the back fin. So with that flip behind the fin, that sort of area of the rocker comes out of play when you're in those transitions through the top of the lip.
Right.
As opposed to if that rocker was still in the water, now you're kind of dragging that through the water and it drags things out. Yeah. So now that's so much flip that it comes, when you're up here, it's really kind of out of the water. And so the water releases off the end of the board more quickly and you come around more quickly.
I feel like that's been truly the biggest thing we've worked on, is finding like something at times when I need a board that's more drivey to like have it be more drivey, but also still turn on a dime, which is really what this board has been amazing for.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. All right, well, let's go in Portugal.
Sounds good.
Yeah, buddy.
See you there.
As the quarterfinals get underway, Peterson faces reigning world champion Caroline Marks.
This quarterfinal matchup is about as fun as you can get. You have the defending world champ in Caroline Marks taking on a veteran in Lakey Peterson who said before the season, hey, my best surfing is happening right now. And that is a very dangerous Lakey Peterson to face. And so you have this old guard versus new guard. Who is going to get the better of this matchup? And that's what we can't wait to see.
Caroline Marks now taking on Lakey Peterson, an all-USA matchup, and a spot on the semifinals is on the line as we watch the opening ride from Caroline Marks.
Yeah, nice first setup right there.
Caroline trying to win this event for the second time in her career as we get caught up with Caroline's backhand here, Jesse.
This wave was kind of a closeout, so she had to just aim for that one big section. Wow, that was a very critical turn. The judges love to see that.
Lakey looks like she's got a nice glassy wall to work with. Perfect timing. Second turn is gonna challenge her.
Whoa. That's a massive turn to start right here. That was a beautiful turn. Straight to it, right there, vertical. Maybe needed to hold her stance down and get low on the board to make sure she was gonna ride out of that one, because that was gonna be a massive score for her.
Lakey trying to watch the clock and seeing what her options might be. She will commit. Setting up her first turn. Nice blast there. She'll control it. Whips it again out in front. She'll pass Caroline on the inside corner. 5-5-7. Lakey gets it on the last wave and goes on into the semifinals.
Stoked to get the win and keep rolling. I feel like I'm surfing good. I just gotta get a bit more consistent in the next heat.
On the men's side, the Colapinto brothers have advanced to the quarterfinals.
I know.
Griffin Colapinto and his brother Crosby potentially meeting up in a finals. It's almost like a perfect game in baseball where you don't really talk about it, but everybody knows it's a possibility.
You've got Griffin Colapinto and Crosby Colapinto in quarter 1 and quarter 4. So it could be an all Colapinto final.
In quarterfinal 1, Crosby faces fellow American Jake Marshall.
You good? Feel ready. Yeah, me too.
For Cros coming into the tour, there's a lot of talk about being rookies. I don't want him to believe that he's a rookie. I said, your rookie season was last year, dude. You need to believe and you need to know that you're top 10, you're top 5 guy, and you want to go out in every heat and believe that.
We are on with the first men's quarterfinal. Jake Marshall, Crosby Colapinto.
We're going to see some action.
All right, here we go. First wave of finals day is Crosby Colapinto, a whippy snap off the top, and another. And then a finish with a little drift on the tail as well. First blood drawn by Crosby Colapinto. It's a 6-1-7. Pretty good way to start things off. And already posting a little bit of pressure onto Jake Marshall. Jake Marshall has got a clear game plan of exactly the kind of wave he's looking for. He's not been tempted thus far. But in here is a wave. Jake will go on the backhand. Here's a left, a little whip off the top from him, a little bit more in that one. And a third maneuver for him.
Looking spicy. Wave was a little bit flat, but I do love those early signs of fire inside of him.
He'll get himself on the scoreboard here. Here he goes again. That's nice. That wrapping carve in the pocket. And as ever, it's polished and stylish. Tries to put a little extra on the end, which will ultimately be unsuccessful. Meanwhile, here's Crosby. He's been patient waiting for this one. Nice little sting into his first turn and again. And looking for fourth maneuver in here on an inside. He's really good at that. Slams it shut, and he likes it.
A really fast smash off the end that just kind of had some authority in it, which is exactly what we want to see out of him.
Crosby Colapinto marches on to the semi-finals.
Doing this with Griffin, like being able to share the lay days and be in finals day and be able to like talk about stuff and share that sick feeling, it's pretty cool.
In the last quarterfinal heat, Griffin is up against France's Joan Duru.
The salt's filling in for sure. I see his versatility. He's got everything. I think he's really, really strong across the board. You know, lefts, rights, airs, big turns, backside carves, forehand carves, barrel riding. There's really not too much of a weakness. His talent's right up there to win a world title.
Joan Duru, a wild card in this event, now in the quarterfinals to compete against last year's world number 3, Griffin Colapinto. Griffin, fun-looking left-hand wall, chips it under the lip. Nice flow, attacking the lip line again. He'll jam a third move. And here comes the fourth over the top of the end section. Great flow and rhythm.
A lot of drive down the line and connecting everything very well and finish it off strong. Just back-to-back 4 turns. That's going to be a nice score for him, and he looks excited.
Hey.
Griff going left, setting up his backhand again. Nice carve, cool connection off the top. Bigger section to absolutely hammer there.
He could feel it that this wave was going to double up and give him an opportunity. Huge board control right there, just releasing the fins just enough.
Griffin's waved 6.6 as the final 4 are set for the men. We've been celebrating the changing of the guard from pipeline to sunset. We show up at Peniche, and the veterans are taking over.
Joe, just a little bit more power.
Weston Webb continues her hot streak.
Tighter right, good spray.
Now all of a sudden there's this resurgence of experience. It's really paying off.
Welcome back to Inside Pro Surfing.
We've been celebrating the changing of the guard from pipeline to sunset. Molly Picklum, world number 1. Number 2 in the world, Katie Simmers.
Number 3 in the world, Betty Lou Sakura Johnson, where we look at the average age in the top 5 is 20 and a half. I mean, Groms basically making their way with the tour and changing everything.
Parkland for the girls.
We show up at Peniche, here at these beach breaks, and the veterans are taking over.
Tyler Wright is through to semi-finals here in Portugal.
You look at the women's semifinals, and every single one of these women have at least 8 years of experience on tour. Tyler Wright, Tatiana Weston Webb, Lakey Peterson, Joanne DeFay. Here in Peniche, the veterans, they're holding the line. They're saying, hey, hey, we're still here. Don't count us out yet.
The semifinals get underway, and two-time world champion Tyler Wright takes on Brazilian Tatiana Weston Webb.
Former champ Tatiana Weston Webb carving in the pocket on her left again. It's a mid-range number from the panel, 483. And we're looking at Tatiana Weston Webb.
Great turn right in the pocket. Tatiana trying to come back and bring the win again. But Tyler, she's not going to lay down. She's not going to go to sleep on her.
Here's Tyler, backhand. Waits at the bottom of the wave. And a nice vertical hit. And then just pushing out those fins from Tyler Wright, a third maneuver. Tyler going again here. She's found herself a shiny right-hander. Snapped off the top with speed. Bang, really nicely done. Real precision surfing.
Kick to the face on the inside. I liked it.
Now, minute on the clock. Weston Webb heading south. She needs a 7.03. Can she get one? Tatiana Weston Webb looking for a score, rallying. A nice looking left-hander, big carving snap. Jams it right in the pocket. No, that one not gonna do it for her either. Tyler Wright, your first finalist here.
In semifinal 2, American Lakey Peterson takes on France's Joanne DeFay.
Let's check out two more powerhouses, two of the most powerful women on tour.
Jo right where she needs to be. See how the board's going vertical on those sections, and Joanne's going straight to the critical part of the wave.
Number for DeFay, 7.67. Joanne DeFay, absolutely relentless stuff from her. She's just nailing these lefts, hammering them. Another improvement there, 6.87.
I do think that she can get back in this game.
There she goes with some speed here. Puts that float up, sets up nicely. Good crack from her on the backhand. And again,
sweet turn right there, giving herself an opportunity.
Joanne DeFay is 3 minutes away from a final here in Portugal. Félicitations to Joanne DeFay. Her family are absolutely delighted here, the French and Euro crew.
For Joanne DeFay, this is her opportunity to show that she is all the way back.
For Joanne DeFay, there is no place like home, especially when it's a true paradise like Reunion Island.
Really cool tropical life, you know, being barefoot all the time, beach time every time after school. I think it was a pretty simple life. I think I've always been like feeling great in the water and in the ocean. Did some boogie board when I was like baby. Started surfing when I was 7, 8 years old. Yeah, I haven't stopped.
The 2016 Fiji Pro title goes to Joanne DeFay.
2018 champion of the Uluwatu CT, Joanne DeFay.
After qualifying for the WSL finals in back-to-back years, Joanne faced a setback coming into the 2023 season.
Yeah, Joanne DeFay had her foot injury in the off-season while training and then ended up missing the first half of the season.
Last year was quite different for me because obviously I was injured and I missed like the first event. I don't know, I just felt like, you know, a little bit behind the train every time.
When Joanne came back from her injury, she had the wild card that she deserved, but since she couldn't get in the world title race, she didn't know where her motivation was to win heats.
Joanne DeFay with an equal 17th on her return to the championship tour. That is not what you want.
It made me realize that if I want to perform, I kind of need that extra pressure.
As soon as she started off with a clean slate with a chance to win a world title, all of a sudden her motivation is back. She has a reason to win, and it shows this year. Joanne taking on Tyler Wright for a chance to win this event, both of them for the very first time. Good connection there for Joanne DeFay.
That's what makes her so special on her backhand.
So her best wave so far.
We see here Tyler.
Probably the best wave that we saw in the heat, but she was unable to capitalize on it.
Joanne DeFay loves when something big is on the line. A final right now, big hack there, and she will control it through a wild closeout section.
That was crazy. That was a lot of water, huh?
That's how reliable that backhand is. A bomb, though, setting up for Tyler. Double overhead on the takeoff and drills it in the pocket.
No! Oh, that would have been a massive score.
It's official. Joanne DeFay is the champion of the MEO Rib Curl Pro Portugal, presented by Corona, and now moves up to #2 in the world.
Wow, that's overwhelming. I worked hard, and just to prove that my injury was didn't put me out of my career or something. So just yeah, I'm so happy.
With the win, Joanne DeFay moves to second place in the rankings. Molly Picklum remains in the lead, and Betty Lou Sakura Johnson is in third.
No way, don't do it.
That's what I want to see. I want to see them going big.
The big cave setting up, pulls up and under. No! When a fire's burning, add an extra log and it burns twice as strong.
Game on for semifinals, the finals day. Crosby Colapinto, rookie on tour, the youngest of the Colapinto brothers.
It's rare when two brothers qualify for the championship tour. This season will be the first for Griffin and Crosby Colapinto.
I got into surfing because my dad had a surf camp. He's gotten Griffin and I into it, and he's gotten me fired up on it.
Crosby was the younger brother, and everything was about Griffin. He was happy for his brother, but now it's game on.
Pretty much since Crosby and I were 10 years old, or whenever we started getting into competitive surfing, once we learned about the tour, that was our dream, to make the tour together.
Now we're here. So special that you get to do contests and travel the world with your brother. It's a dream come true.
Hey, buddy. What's up, buddy?
When we were young, it felt just as much of a dream to do that as much as winning a world title is a dream. So it's now that we actually have achieved that and we're here, it's really just want to enjoy the process of that.
Let's just enjoy it and have fun.
It's been interesting to watch Crosby change because he looks up to Griffin so much. Griffin has mentored him through all of this.
Hey, just remember your load up backside hammers behind you. They look sick.
If it wasn't for Griffin, honestly don't think I'd be surfing right now. He's invested so much of his time trying to get me on tour. I could just feel the love from him because he wanted success from me so bad. I almost wanted to prove to him that I can do it too.
Crosby Colapinto, that backdoor Crosby!
Oh! Good job, man. I get you fired up? Yeah. Yeah. Locked in.
Obviously, Cros looks up to Griff and idolizes him and wants to be him, but deep down they love battling each other.
There can only be two surfers through to the final. Crosby surfed strong this morning. Of course, we've got his brother coming up as well.
To have two siblings get on a roll, they're on opposite sides of the draw, and they could meet in the final. It's rare.
I think if Crosby and I had a heat together, we would for sure be super aggressive still.
Whenever we surf together and kind of getting competitive with each other, it always brings the best out of both of us, and you can feel the fire just building.
It'd be on.
Crosby Colapinto taking on Ethan Ewing.
Crosby to the semifinals to maybe get his brother later, but he'll have to deal with this man, Ethan Ewing.
Two tennis to start, and then we'll know that wide. That's going to make a difference. Sweet.
The favorite is Ethan Ewing, last year's runner-up in the world, but you've got Crosby. It's only stop 3 of his official rookie debut. He's got nothing to lose.
As we see Crosby, first wave from him. And a beautiful turn to open up again into the lip, stings it.
No.
Here goes Ewing, backside attack, and again.
Ethan Ewing, no, they've been riding.
There's no downtime, it's just straight business.
The control is pretty much perfect from him.
Crosby chasing a 7.5 for the lead.
Crosby Colapinto here, a wrapping turn and another snap into the lip.
And scores for the previous overhead, 5.47.
Ethan Ewing, and he's our first finalist, Crosby Colapinto. He'll be well pleased with the semi-final finish.
Always hard coming up against Crosby. He's a good friend of mine, and he's been ripping. So yeah, it's a hard one to get past him, and yeah, good to get through.
Did it perfect. Yeah.
We'll look forward very much to seeing Ethan Ewing in the final. Who's he going to take on? Griffin Colapinto or Gabriel Medina?
Medina is looking psycho, really suffocating his opponents.
The crowd enjoying every second of it as he runs by.
Griff. It's about attacking for him. Looks like he's pretty clicked in. Just stick to the process and keep pushing and be aggressive, and I think his talent's right up there to win all the titles.
Our second semi-final in the water. Medina, the precision from him with the power and the speed as well. Bomb from Griff. First hit from him, straight up vert. The variety, critical surfer in the pocket.
That's what I want to see. I want to see them going big.
Ooh, okay, broken board here for Medina.
Yeah, we see Griffin maybe taking advantage of this time.
Gabriel Medina, you need now an 8.33.
It's going to come down to the wire here.
Numbers coming in, and it's not enough. 7.77. Congratulations to Griffin.
Yeah, it's a good heat. Just go for it on every wave you can. Yeah, just get back out there. Oh, yeah, got it. Thank you. Keep going. Lock it on the bottom.
Ethan Ewing, Griffin Colapinto take the lineup next at Super Tubos for the final. Ethan Ewing, the guy has been the one to watch. He's one of the best on tour by far.
Yeah, Griff, he's got to sort of keep the foot on the pedal, his focus on the win.
The yellow jersey is on the line in this final.
Griffin Colapinto.
Interesting.
Nice first turn and really fast connecting the second one.
That was a big turn.
Ethan Ewing now setting up a vertical. Big solid re-entry, an absolute hammer through the backwash. Now Griffin's got the speed, he'll pull in, Griffin makes it. Now setting up a turn off the lip, jams it with the tail blow. Ethan now live.
So you're looking for a 10 and an 8 right now. It's a big task, and I don't even think there's enough time for it.
Now a little chip in for Colapinto as he heads left. A big cave setting up. Pulls up and under, still traveling. Colapinto into daylight.
Griffin Colapinto, the winner of the MEO Pro Portugal.
Watching Crosby surf his heats, I was so invested in what he was doing that I felt like I was surfing twice as many heats. When a fire is burning, like add an extra log and it burns twice as strong. So yeah, the fire is burning extra strong now. Now I gotta win, so I'm psyched.
We're out of here. Here we go again. Here we go. Oh, it's fun.
Now a guy who's won out here now 2 times in his career. World #1. Let's hear it for Griffin Colapinto.
With the win, Griffin Colapinto moves all the way to first, followed by Ethan Ewing and John Florence.
We're coming into this event feeling a little nervous. It's all about surviving the cut.
On the next episode of Inside Pro Surfing, the tour heads to Australia for the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach.
Wow. State of Victoria erupts.
It's the only trophy I want. It's the only trophy I want to win.